Hello YouTube, Sam here from youtube.com/onlivegamer for the New Boston. And in this tutorial, we're going to be taking a look at a car application that we're going to be working on throughout the next couple tutorials. And in it, we're going to talk about inheritance, mostly inheritance, and some other stuff that I wanted to teach you guys. So let's go ahead and create a new project, and it's what we'll use to make the application. So we will select a Windows Forms application, and we will just call it car application. And we'll just go ahead and click OK and wait for that to load. Now let's come over here to our Solution Explorer. We'll wait for it to finish loading. Okay, so we'll right click car application and we will add a class. So we'll shrink this down a bit and we will name our class, let's just call it all cars. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of this right here. And now what we need to do is we're going to create a namespace that is going to hold all of our car classes. So namespace, all cars, and then we'll go ahead and end that namespace. Now we're going to have a bunch of classes in here that do what's called inherit from each other. And now basically what this means is that the stuff you use in one class can be used in a lower class. So let's say you have an animal class, a dog class would inherit certain attributes from the animal class. That is true for all animals. So let's just create a car class right here. So we'll just go ahead and start out by creating a class. So we will type class car. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to add a variable in there that will get the color of the car. So we'll type public color as string. Now here, let's zoom in here a bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. Okay, so now that we have the color in there, let's go ahead and add some other stuff that all cars will have. So cars will have a speed. So we'll make private int speed as integer. So this is the speed of our car, and we're making it private so that anybody outside this class can't directly access int speed and change it without using the accelerate function that we're going to be creating. So now let's make a property that will let any other class get the speed of the car. So we'll type public read-only property, and we're just going to go ahead and name this one speed. So speed as integer. And we'll go ahead and press enter, and you can see that gives us a get and an end get. And what we want to do is we just want to return the speed. So we will type return int speed. So now anybody outside this class can call speed and it will send them back the speed of the car. Now let's create a function that will let somebody accelerate the car, or we'll make it a method. So public sub, and subs are also referred to as methods because they don't return a value. So we'll just call it accelerate. And for the arguments, we're going to have them send an integer. So by val accelerate by as integer. Okay, so whenever they accelerate, we're just going to add that to int speed. So int speed plus equals accelerate by. Okay, so now that we've created some stuff that we can use inside of our car class, let's go ahead and make an object of this car class over here. So we'll double click on form 1 and we will zoom in. Okay, so let's just make a default car because we're going to be adding some functionality that will let you create multiple cars. So private default car as new and then we're going to type our namespace. So all cars, let's do all cars dot car. So now that we've created an object of cars, let's go ahead and set the color. So default car dot color equals, let's just do red. And we'll go ahead and show that in a message box. So message box default car dot color. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this, and you can see that it shows us red. Now this is to be expected. So go ahead, and if you haven't put this code in already, I would suggest doing that, because we're going to be using this code a lot in the upcoming tutorials, and it's going to be very useful if you have it there for you to manipulate yourself. So let's just comment this a little bit. So this gets the speed, public and private members, and then accelerates the car. Okay, so if you don't have that already, like I said, go ahead and make it, and then once you're done with that, go ahead and move on to the next tutorial.